Jeff, what did Yale do in the second half to kind of slow down the momentum you guys seemed to have in the first half?
They changed up some of their coverages, put a little man on us, did some things coverage-wise. I felt there's a lot of stuff there still, and we got to hit that. And most of that's on me. And a couple of those deep balls, if we hit those, I felt like we had 14 points we left on the field, and that we got to hit those.
Emani, it seemed like Yale was coming after the secondary pretty hard early on. Did you feel like it was a matter of time before you got picks like you did?
I don't know. I guess it was funny because before the game, Coach was talking about visualizing, and I said, Coach, that never works for me. I always picture myself getting a pick six, and it never happens. And I guess I haven't told him about it. I was like, well, I guess it kind of worked today. But I don't know. I think that we still have a lot of places that we need to get better in the secondary. Definitely including myself, and just bounce back and get ready for Cornell next week.
Jeff, how does a lack of a running game hurt you guys? I mean, no big plays today, nothing over 30 yards, and not a lot of yards on the ground. Does that allow a defense to put more in the box and stop the run?
Well, something happened with Marcus, number 27, and I think Booker did a good job. We were forced to throw the ball a little bit more. Big plays, some of those I feel like that were open downfield. We had a post to 82. We had another one to Tasker. And, if we hit those, then we'll probably win the game. I feel like we had 14 points on the field, and we're still in the game. And that puts our defense in a tough spot. So, overall, I think the plays were there, and we just didn't execute today.
Just a couple of scores and 2 games here. How does the offense start putting up more points?
Well, it's simple. We talk about finishing all the time. And for us, it's finishing drives. I felt like sometimes we get the ball backed up and we moved the ball, but we couldn't finish the drive. Something would happen. It would be a false start or incomplete pass or something like that. We got to finish drives, and that's simple for us. We got to finish drives, and once we do that, we'll score a lot more points.
1 for 1 in the red zone. Is it just a matter of getting down there that you're having trouble with?
Yeah. I think we have mistakes, whether it be whatever it is that prevents us to get down in there, and that really hurts today, I think.
Emani, you've been here for a while. I know Coach Austin doesn't like to use excuses for injuries, but you guys lose more people today. You have Henry going down, you have Green going down, Spoon leaves the game early in the second half. At what point does that start to drag on the team a little bit to see all these injuries?
I think that it would. If our freshmen or the guys that are coming in behind them weren't playing at such a high level. I mean, you talk about Mathews, who's sitting right next to me, who, unfortunately, Curry goes down. Matthews comes in the second half of last game, plays this game. I thought he did a great job today. Some of our freshmen and guys who haven't necessarily played are coming in and playing, at a starter level. So I think I have to echo what Coach Austin said, and we're not using that as an excuse now, nor will we ever. But in terms of hurting us, I think we've got some guys that realize that if they're given a challenge, that they need to step up. And so far this season, I think we've got some guys that are doing a great job at that.
Emani, you're the first Cornell player to have a multi-interception game since 2004. What does that sort of accomplishment mean to you personally?
It doesn't really mean much without the win. I think that's the biggest thing. Right, this is my last homecoming. Every game is my last second game, my last third game, and I can't really say that it means much to me right now. Honestly, I just want them to win today.
Jeff, do you feel like you have the weapons on offense to go to? I mean, you spread the ball around pretty nicely today. Got a lot of guys involved, it seemed like.
We have some very good playmakers, whether it be Booker Tanny coming out of the backfield, Hendren. Our wide receiving core is very good, between Tasker and, number 4 made a couple plays for us today, did a good job. And then obviously Savage, who's a big-time playmaker. So we got guys who are playmakers, and we just got to give them the ball.
Jeff, there was a lot of pushing and shoving after you started the second half of the pick. What was that all about?
Oh, people are getting in your face and stuff, and I don't know how to say this, but I don't like being bullied, and I'm not going to let someone do that to me. So, if you have to, get in a skirmish or something without doing anything stupid, that might happen.
Jeff, obviously coming in as a new quarterback after the unfortunate injury to period. What does it mean to you to kind of step in as the first freshman at quarterback? Maybe the offensive production hasn't been there, and like you said, maybe not been able to capitalize as much as you'd like. But what does it mean to you to kind of come in there and kind of lead the offense and be able to be a way to help supplement the defense, coming in?
Oh, yeah, it means more with the win. I can tell you that. It doesn't mean much to be the first freshman to start a game, but I think it would mean a little something to be the first freshman to win a game. So that's the goal. It's not to start games, but it's to win them.
Second half, what did Yale do to slow down the offense? It looked pretty good in the first half.
We had a disastrous first 5 minutes in the second half. Disastrous. Turned the ball over twice. Gave him great field position, and had tons of penalties to start the half. Not taking anything away from them. They controlled the ball on offense. We had them pinned inside the 10, a couple times inside the 5 times today. Every single time they drove the field on us. So give them a lot of credit. They played well. We have to turn the ball over. We're not good enough right now to turn the ball over and give up big plays. That's what we say going into this game. We got to tackle better. And we have opportunities on offense. We missed a couple of deep balls that we had opportunities on. Right now we're not hitting the deep ball right now, and we need those plays in our offense to have a chance. But give them a lot of credit. I mean, they control the ball on the ground on us, and in the air.
Kent, does the fact that you're not hitting the deep ball right now allow defenses to move more guys up front into the box and stop the run? You guys are not a lot of running
here. What we
here.
just stats today? I don't even know.
Jeff had 248.
248, and what was his completions?
23 to 35, I think it was.
23 to 35. So it's actually stopping the short game or the intermediate game.
Nothing over 30 yards, though.
Yeah, that's the point I made, is that with the deep balls there, we got to make those plays, but we still were good in the intermediate game.
Coach, like you said, going in the second half, you kind of had that bad start. You guys both had equal amount of turnovers, but unfortunately, it seemed like on offense, you guys weren't able to capitalize. How important do you think?
Well, the other play is we get an interception return for a touchdown, and we block below the waist. It's 14-7 at that point. So it's not just the turnovers. I said the turnovers and the penalties. That determine the outcome of the game, especially the start of the second half. That was the key for us, because we didn't play clean start of the second half, and Yale did. They were more disciplined than we were.
Coach, Wagner ran for over 300 yards against the defense last week. This week Yale puts up over 200 yards. What can the defense do to stop the ground game?
If you have some answers, let me know. I'll employ you on the coaching staff. No, look, I thought that we did a better job. What we needed to do, we did a better job against the run, but what we needed to do is have more 3 and outs. When you have sustained drives, you get tired defensively. And we had opportunities. We had two interference calls that finished the drive for them. We had them off the field twice. And those penalties, again, to start the second half, that kept our defense on the field. So we've got to be better tacklers. We can't just load up the box, especially playing against a good quarterback that can throw the football and hurt you in the air. And so we got to continue to mix it up and take our chances when we get after the quarterback, and also when we run blitz.
Do you have any sort of update on Hendren or Green?
Hendren has a concussion, I believe, is the preliminary analysis, and Matt, it's his ankle. He's going to get an X-ray. So, but I want to be cautious because I don't have the final word on exactly what their injuries are and the extent of time, if any, that they'll miss.
That said, you went with a lot of young guys, especially in some of those places. I think Josh was playing in the last place on the line.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the younger kids who were stepping up today.
Really proud of all of them. We're challenging them to grow, and we're challenging them to get better, and to fill roles that are pretty important roles. Safety in the secondary, offense, our quarterback, and really proud of the way that they've prepared themselves throughout the last couple of weeks, and also the way that they compete, on the football field. I mean, their best days are ahead of them, which is good news for us. We just got to bring the whole team. We got to keep getting better. That's what I told the guys after practice, after the game today, is that right now we need to cut out all the distractions and just focus on the process of getting better. When you do that, both individually and collectively, the results will take care of themselves.
Is there anything else, Coach?
Coach, just a couple of scores out of the first 2 games, but you were 1 for 1 in the red zone here today. Do you think it's a matter of once you get down there, you feel pretty confident you can go ahead and score one?
Well, we always feel confident, but we got to execute better. We just do. And like I said, right now we're missing the big play on offense. We're not getting a big run. We're not getting a big pass. Other teams are doing that against us. We've got to even out. All the studies, and I've done it myself, show that the two most important stats are the turnover ratio and the number of big plays. If you win both those categories, your probabilities go through the roof of winning the football game, and we're losing both of them right now.
Coach, Nick Booker-Tandy, over 100 all-purpose yards today. What does that mean for a guy like him to come in after an injury and provide that sort of offense?
Nick plays hard. He's a good quality back. He gives us some ability out in space. We need to get him out in space a little bit more, but he's banged up too. He's got an ankle as well, so I don't know how many backs actually we're going to have going into next week.